accident, you may be required to give your drivers post-accident drug and alcohol tests. The requirements for these tests are outlined in Section 382.303 of the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Regulations. Two factors must be considered when determining who needs to be post-accident tested. They are whether the accident, as defined by Section 390.5, involved a fatality, bodily injury, or disabling damage to any involved vehicle, and whether or not the driver of the commercial motor vehicle was issued a citation as a result of the accident. Using these factors as a guide, post-accident testing is required when the accident involves a fatality, whether a citation is issued or not, involves bodily injury and a citation is issued to your driver, or involves disabling damage to any motor vehicle involved in the accident and a citation is issued to your driver. Post-accident testing is not required when the accident involves bodily injury but a citation is not issued to your driver, or involves disabling damage to any motor vehicle involved in the accident but a citation is not issued to your driver. The time frame for administering the test is also important. The regulations state that post-accident alcohol and controlled substance testing should be done, quote, as soon as practicable following a qualifying accident. What does this mean in terms of real time? Basically, this means within 2 hours for alcohol testing and within 32 hours for controlled substance testing following the accident. Regulations state that if a required alcohol test is not performed within 2 hours following the accident, quote, the employer shall prepare and maintain on file a record stating why the test was not promptly administered. If you do not perform the alcohol test within 2 hours, there is a second time limit of 8 hours. The regulations state, quote, if a test is not administered within 8 hours following the accident, the employer shall cease attempts to administer an alcohol test and shall prepare and maintain the same record. The time limit for controlled substance tests is 32 hours. The regulations state, quote, if a test is not administered within 32 hours following the accident, the employer shall cease attempts to administer a controlled substance test and prepare and maintain on file a record stating why the test was not promptly administered. One final post-accident testing point to be aware of is that you, as an employer, are responsible for providing each of your drivers with the necessary post-accident information, procedures, and instructions prior to them operating your vehicles.